Hi everybody, good afternoon children. Hope you understand. Am I audible? Yes? Am I audible children? Yes, today we are going to learn chapter 5 behind 5th standard, 5th class, 5th chapter. Okay? Sorry. Chapter 5 The Snake and the Mirror. So think before you read. Do you like to look at yourself in the mirror? What do you think about at such times? Yeah, always you are looking at yourself in the mirror. It's common for you. What do you think about at such times? Have you ever seen a dog, a cat, or a bird look into a mirror? What do you think it sees? Now read this humorous story about a doctor, a snake, and a mirror. Yes, on a mirror. Has the snake ever coiled itself around any part of your body? A full blooded cobra. All of us fell silent. The question came from the homeopath. The topic came up when we were discussing snakes. We listened attentively as the doctor continued with his tale. This is the tale. All of us fell silent. So immediately after this, a full-blooded cobra. The question came from the homophile. The topic came up when we were discussing snakes. We listened attentively. We became very serious and curious about the matter. And as the doctor continued with his tale is so on. It was a hot summer night, but 10 o'clock. I had my meal at the restaurant. Returned to my room. I heard a noise from above as I opened the door. The sound was familiar one. One could say that the rats and I shared the room. Okay, it was hot summer, around 10 o'clock. So he had his meal at the restaurant and returned to his room and he heard a noise from above as I opened the door. The sound was familiar one. That was one would say that rats are and I shared the room. Rats common there in hotels, restaurants. I took out my box of matches and lighted the kerosene lamp on the table. So he lighted it because it was darkness and he lighted with his matches, which was kerosene lamp. Kerosene, the house was not electrified. It was a small rented room. I had just set up medical practice, and my earnings were meager, and I had about 60 rupees in my suitcase. In those days, 60 rupees was a large sum, like 6,000 or 10,000, like that. 60 rupees, those days, 60 rupees is equal to like 10,000 nowadays. So was not electrified, and just set up medical practice, means started medical practice, and my earrings were bigger. Okay, bigger means small in quantity. Okay, uh, earnings were bigger. Earnings very less earning. I had about 60 rupees in my suitcase, along with some shirts and dojis. I also possessed one solitary black coat, which I was then wearing. I took off my black coat while certain not so white vest and hung them up. I opened the two windows in the room. It was an outer room with one wall facing the open air. This is description, elaboration of the room, okay, how it was and how he hang this coat, shirt, and there are two windows, the opened windows that was facing open yard. It had a tiled roof. Roof is there, no? Tiled roof, like Mangalore tile, like that. Bangalore tile. It was an outer room with the one wall facing the open air. It had tiled roof with long supporting cables that rested on the beam over the wall, like resting this wall. There was no ceiling. There was no ceiling means this triangle roof made of tiles. If roof is there, it can carry weight. It can we even walk on the roof, like now concrete houses are there now. Not like that. It was very simple old triangle tiled roof, no ceiling. There was regular traffic of rats to and from the beam. I made my bed and pulled it close to the wall. I lay down, but I could not sleep. He could not sleep because of rats, regular traffic of rats from the beam, from upper. I made my bed, pulled it close to wall. I lay down, but not able to sleep. I got up, went out to the veranda for a little air, but the gods seemed to have taken time off. Okay, a little air there. It's because of hot summer, there is no air, and wind god also seemed to have taken time off. Means wind god also resting, taken holiday. I went back into the room and sat down on the chair. I opened the box beneath the table and took out a book, the Materia Medica. I opened it is italic name, Greek name about science of medical and clinical surgery like that. I opened it at the table on which stood the lamp of kerosene and a large mirror. A small comb lay beside the mirror. One feels tempted to look into a mirror when it is near one. I took a look. One feels tempted to look into a mirror. Always we tempt. If mirror is there, no, we see anybody. If you get a mirror, definitely you stay there for a while and look into yourself, how you look. So curiously, he took a look. In those days, I was a great admirer of beauty, and I believed in making myself look handsome. I was married and I was a doctor. I felt I had to make my presence felt. So he wanted to make his presence feel everybody. He was unmarried and was a doctor also. He wants to look handsome. So I picked up the comb and ran it through my hair and adjusted the parting so that it looked straight and neat. Again, I heard that sound from above, that sound. I looked close. Okay, I took a close look at my face in the mirror. I made an important decision. I would shave daily and I grow a thin mustache. Okay, what he decided there? Decided. Everybody decides, oh, I should become very smart, I should regularly wash face. I would shave daily, grow thin mustache to look more handsome. I was, after all, a bachelor and a doctor. I looked into the mirror and smiled. It was an attractive smile. I made another earth shaking decision. Again, he made very enthusiastic decision. That was earth shaking decision. I would always keep that attractive smile on my face to look more handsome. I was, after all, a bachelor and a doctor too on top of it. Okay, this is the story. Goes like this. It's about doctor, rat, and a snake, and also mirror. Again came that noise from above. I got up, faced up, and down the room. Then another lovely thought struck me. He was struck by another lovely thought. What is thought? I would marry. I would get married to a woman doctor who had plenty of money and a good medical practice. So he started thinking about himself. That must be lovely thought about marriage, and he wanted a women doctor should have plenty of money and should have good practice. Okay, good name. She had to be fat for a valid reason. She had to be fat for a valid reason, not a commonly. If I made some silly mistake and needed to run away, she should not be able to run after me and catch me. Okay, that is the reason. Valid reason is that she should be fat, she should not catch him, run away, and should not catch him. She should not be able to run after him and catch him. With such thoughts in my mind, I resumed my seat. In the chair in front of the table, there were no more sounds from above. Suddenly, there came a dull thud as if a rubber tube had fallen to the ground. So, he heard a loud thud about, I think, rubber tube fallen like this. Surely nothing to worry about. Even so, I thought I would turn around and take a look. No sooner had I turned than a fat snake wriggled over the back of the chair and landed on my shoulder. The snake's landing on me and my turning were simultaneous. Okay? A snack? Yes, snack. It was surely snake. So even he was not able to think about it and he turned around to take a look, but no sooner had I turned, he was about to turn, then a fat snake wriggled over the back of the chair and landed on my shoulder. The snake's landing on me and my turning were simultaneous. Turning and snake's landing were simultaneous, took same time. I did not jump, I did not tremble, I did not cry out because he was a doctor. No, he did not jump, he did not tremble, he did not cry out. Stopped where he was, there was no time to do any such thing. The snake slithered along my shoulder, moved, slithered along my shoulder and coiled around my left arm, above the elbow. It coiled. Okay, it coiled around his left arm and above the elbow. The hood was spread out and its head was hardly 3 or 4 inches from my face. 3 to 4 inches, very near, very close, 3 to 4 inches to his face. It would not be correct to say merely that I said, okay, they are holding my breath. I was turned to stone, but my mind was very active. He was very active and holding his breath and was turned to stone. Turned to stone means stood like stone, sat like rock. But my mind was very active. The door opened into darkness. The room was surrounded by darkness. In the light of the lamp, I sat there like a stone image in the flesh. That was stone, but image in the flesh. I felt then the great presence of the creator of this world and this universe. God was there. Suppose I said something and he did not like it. I tried in my imagination to write in bright letters outside my little heart the words, "Oh God." Okay? I felt then great presence of the creator of this world and this universe. God was there. Suppose I said something and he did not like it. I tried in my imagination to write in bright letters outside my little heart the words. He started writing in his heart. There was some pain in my left arm. It was as if a thick leaden rod, no, a rod made of molten fire, was slowly but powerfully crushing my arm. The arm was beginning to be drained of all strength. What could I do? At my slightest movement, the snake would strike me. If I move, it will strike. Death lurked for there were no medicines in the room. Only still 9 students present there. I will check it out the attendance also. Yes. Suresh Konnur. Yes. Sunidhi Kadrikiri. At my slightest movement, at the snake would strike me, death lurked. So there were no medicines in the room. I was but a poor, foolish, and stupid doctor. I forgot my danger and smiled feebly. Weakly. Feebly means weakly at myself. It seemed as if God appreciated that the snake turned its head. Yes? It seemed as if God appreciated that the snake turned its head. I looked into the mirror and saw its reflection. I do not claim that it was the first snake that had ever looked into a mirror, but it was certain that the snake was looking into the mirror. Was it admiring its own beauty? Was it trying? Yeah. Perhaps make an important decision about growing a mustache. To make an important decision about growing a mustache or using eyeshadow, and mascara or wearing a vermilion spot on its forehead. Yes. I did not know anything for certain. Certainly, he did not know anything. What sex was this snake? Means female or male. Okay. Was it male or female? Definitely, it's female. I will never know, for the snake unwound itself from my arm, and I slowly slithered into my lap. From there, it crept onto the table and moved towards the mirror. Perhaps it wanted to enjoy its reflection at closer quarters. I was no mere image cut in granite. I was certainly a man of flesh and blood. Still holding my breath, I got up the chair. From the chair, I quietly went out through the door into the veranda. From there, I leaped into the air and ran for all I was worth. Now started running. Phew! Each of us heaved a sigh of relief. Somebody asked, Doctor, is your wife very fat? No, the doctor said. God willed otherwise. My life companion is the thin, greedy person with the gift of sprinter. Someone else asked, Doctor, when you ran, did the snake follow you? The doctor replied, I ran and ran till I reached a friend's house. Immediately, I smeared oil all over myself and took a bath. I changed into fresh clothes. The next morning at about 8:30, I took my friend and one or two others to my room to move my things from there. He decided to move his things from there, but we found we had little to carry. Some thief had removed most of my things. The room had been cleaned up, but not really. The thief had left behind one thing as a final insult. What was that? I asked. The doctor said, my vest, and dirty one. The fellow had such a sense of cleanliness. The rascal could have taken it and used it after washing it with soap and water. Did you see the snake the next day, doctor? The doctor laughed. I have never seen it since it was a snake which was taken with its own beauty. Taken with means own beauty, taken with care, attracted by. So, is translated from Malayalam by V. Abdullah, Baikom Muhammad Bashir. This is the story goes like this, thinking about the text. Discuss in pairs and answer each question below in a short paragraph, 30 to 40 words. So, children, this is the important part here. You read this lesson and the lessons are very short, but you are supposed to read more and more and try to write some creative thinking words. The sound was familiar one. What sound did the doctor hear? What did he think it was? How many times did he hear it? Find the places in the text. When and why did the sound stop? You must write elaborate 30 to 40 words. What two important earth-shaking decisions did the doctor take while he was looking into the mirror? So, descriptive level of writing. Descriptive questions are most questions asked for you in this NCRT textbooks. Yes, children. This story about a frightening incident is narrated in a humorous way. What makes it humorous? Think of the contrast it presents between dreams and reality. Some of them are listed below. The kind of a person the doctor is money, possessions. Okay. Thinking about money, possessions, and beauty. The kind of person he wants to be, appearance and ambition. You write in 30 to 40 words. Okay. The person he wants to marry, write a short paragraph on each of these to get your answer. Write three lines about these points. Okay. Thinking about language. You get NCRT solutions, Google it up and try to solve, complete fair, and bring it on Saturday to check it out. Okay, the activity already I gave you in early lessons. You have to remember it again. Okay, thinking I was turned stone. Here are some sentences from the text. Say which of them tell you that the author was afraid of the snake, was proud of his appearance, had a sense of humor. D. Was no longer afraid of the snake. Okay? I was turned to stone. So here A was afraid of snake. Was no mere image cut in granite. The arm was beginning to be trained of strength. So his appearance like this. Okay? Yes. So try to identify and write A, B like this. You write A. I was turned to stone here. Write A. Write A, B, C, D before these sentences. Okay. Expressions used to show here. I was turned to stone. I sat there holding. In light of lamp, I sat there like. Okay. Use rock. Okay. These are will develop your language skills. Yes, children. So this is about fifth lesson. Let's finish here.